Hi everyone, how are you? So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a new color pencil set, skin color set that I purchased that I'm going to check and see if it's the same as the Markart pencils. And back in 2023, I bought this full set of Markart, and right now they're no longer available on Amazon, but I have seen them on eBay and there may be other places as well. But what I did was I just searched on the store link here to see what other things they may have available. They do have charcoal pencils and I think regular graphite pencils available still under the Markart brand. Okay, here's the Markart store. So when you click on the Markart store, it says Martcolor. So it looks like it's a different name for the store, but the pencils here below still say Markart. So that's a little confusing. And they have gel pens as well, gold, silver, white. I've not tried those. And when you search under pencils, see what kind of pencils they have this portrait or skin tone set right here. So I'm going to look at today 24 pencils for $6.96. Then some graphite and other drawing pencils. And then you see over here, they do still have listed their color pencils, but they're not available, it looks like. So what I did was I purchased the Martcolor skin tone set because I wanted to see if they're the same as the Markart pencils, that they're no longer selling the larger, 72 set or 120 set. Because I think these are the same pencils, but they say Martcolor instead. So the pencils do look different. And I'll show you right now because I have both sets here. So I'm going to close this window and turn on my camera to look at both of these and to compare the pencils. There we go. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Maybe a little dark lighting here. Hopefully it's okay. I can turn on this light, but I think it's a little too bright with that. Oh, that's better. All right, so these over here are my set of Markart pencils that I bought back in 2023. And when you look at them, they just say expert on them and they have an N numbers. Now, a lot of people said this meant they were Nione pencils. I do not own Nione. So if anyone out there owns a Nione color pencil sets, you can let me know if they're the same as Markart or not, because that's what many people said the N number there meant. And it does say Markart. I don't know if you can see the light's a little bright here. Maybe this is better. Well, that's worse. Uh, it does say Markart. I think you can see that. Yeah, it says Markarts on these pencils. So these are what the pencils look like. They got a stripe. Now these over here are the skin. This is the skin tone set with the new name Martcolor. So I don't know if the company got bought out or what happened there. So I'm going to take out one of these. But it looks very similar, the pencil. So here's the Martcolor. And the Martcolor pencils do say Martcolor on them. And they have an M number, M as in Mary, whereas the Markart pencils had an N number. And the pencils are slightly different size. It looks like the Markart pencils are slightly smaller. The green one is the Markart, and this blue one is the Martcolor. And I can tell just by feeling it in my hand, but also looking at it, that the Martcolor pencil is bigger. It's a slightly wider, bigger pencil there. If you can see that there. I put them down side by side. So the top one is maybe the pencils are too dark. I'll take lighter color pencils. Maybe that'll work better. So here's a Martcolor. And here's a Markart on top. So you can see the lines are in different places. They do have different writing on them. And I think you can see on top, this light pink one is the Martcolor, and the darker one is the Markart. I guess, they're very similar in size. It's not much of a difference. It's a very slight difference. Maybe they're very, very close in size, but the lines are in a different place. So it's definitely not the exact same pencil, but I'm going to test out also the core, see if that feels any different. I don't have a way to measure the cores like some people do, so I can't measure it to see if it's a width difference. But you can see the blue and pink on top here are the Martcolor, and these two are on the bottom are the um, Markarts. And they both have a white line around where the paper meets the wood of the pencil. The wood of the pencils look the same. All right, so let's see if they feel any differently. So I'm going to start with the Markart pencil. This is sort of a dry but smooth pencil, and you can get you press hard, you can get a nice firm hard lead, so you can press hard without worrying about breaking. And now this is the Martcolor. I'm going to put that next to it. And they do feel like they're made of the same, it feels very similar, almost identical, I'd say. So it does feel like this is, I'm going to try again. This does feel like the same pencil, the same lead, or the same core. So here's the Markart. And here is the Martcolor. They're very sharp. They are a little bit crumbly here, slightly. Wow, but they do feel exactly the same. I think they are the same the same core. I think they have the same material in them, same lead. Yeah, and they have about the same saturation as well, and it has the same dryness to it. They're both a bit dry pencils, but again, they have very good output of color, even though they're drier, oilier, I guess, a type of pencil oil base. Yeah. So I do think that this Markcolor, although they're not exactly the same, it does look, the outsides of the pencils are different. They have a different name. They're obviously both connected to the same place because they're selling Markart and Martcolor in the same store. So the pencils are different, but they have different numbering system, and the Markarts, pencils said made in China on them, and the Martcolors do not say that, although I think they still are. And they do look at the different numbering there, but yeah, I think the Martcolor is, so if you want to, so the bottom line is, if you didn't get a chance to get the Markart pencils and you want to try them out to see what they're like, I believe these Martcolor pencils that are very, very cheap, just like the Markarts were very cheap, or low price. These are the same as the Markart, in my opinion. And also, these are very much the same as the Holbein pencils, because I have tested the Markart with the Holbein in another video, and they're basically the same. I mean, the Holbeins, certain Holbein pencils were much creamier and you could tell a bit nicer, but they're very, very similar, almost exactly the same. So that would mean that these would be uh, the same as Holbein as well, because they're all feel like the same kind of core that they're using, which I've heard is maybe an acrylic paint type of core. I'm not exactly sure how it's made, but it feels different. It's much different than any other pencils besides those three that I've mentioned. So there we go, the Martcolor. This is on sale on Amazon. So again, I think they're exactly the same as the Markart, and a very good pencil. And this is a very good skin tone set as well to have. I've reviewed this with some other skin tone sets, and this is a great set. And I'm going to color a picture next from my Hollywood Glamour Gals book that I got. And I'm going to use this Markart skin tone set on a picture in here in my next video. So I hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.